Welcome to Amplifying Leadership and Tip Thursday with Tara. This is your weekly dose of practical leadership tips and strategies you can apply immediately with your team, yourself, or your work. I am Tara Lehman, founder and CEO of Amplifying Leadership. Each week, I'll share some insights and takeaways designed to help you build, enhance, and grow your leadership skills. It's actionable guidance you can use right away. Welcome back, everybody. Today's tip is a bit simple, but it's one that a lot of people miss. And what it is that we need to stop assuming that our team is actually aligned with the vision or goals, and we actually need to ask them about these things. Leaders spend time, they build that strategy, they create the goals, they roll it out, but sometimes that roll out is just shared in a town hall meeting, maybe it's in a document or an email, maybe it's talked about here and there in bits and pieces. And then we move forward as if everybody understood us and we're all on the same page. Here is the reality, though. Most team members are not as aligned as you think. And it's not because they don't care. It's because we're all different and we hear things and interpret things differently. Our perceptions are different. So maybe we can't really connect well to the goals or the vision, or we think we understand it and we don't. So here's a tip I want for you to try out today. I want you to create a time for real conversation with your team as a group and ask them how they actually see the vision or goals. And it really making sure they even understand them. And then when they do understand them, are they aligned with them? It doesn't need to be complicated, by the way. You can do this in a team meeting. You can have a dedicated session for it. Or if you do want to, break it out into smaller group conversations if your team is large. The key is to keep it focused and very intentional. So we can start with a couple simple questions to our team. How would you describe our team's goals or direction right now? What feels clear to you? And where do you feel a disconnect, if anything? One thing to start with is that there is no wrong or right answer here. Your team needs to feel comfortable with that you're not going to say, that's not what I meant, things like that, so that they will share what you need to hear. Then you can also ask them, what would make this feel more meaningful in your day-to-day work? And this part really does matter. When you ask these types of questions, your job is never, like I said, to correct people and say, well, actually, that's not what we meant, because what you thought they heard, they didn't. Your job here is to listen. What you're hearing when they respond to these questions is their reality, their perception, and that's what they're working from every day. So alignment isn't created just because, we communicated something once on an email. It's built through really making sure that they understand. It's built through having conversations, and it's built through involvement. When people are part of the conversation, they are likely to connect to the outcome. They will have more belief or buy-in into it. And when your team actually can start to understand not just what that vision and goals are, but how they individually fit into it, that's when we might see some momentum or movement forward if you've been stalled. When you do this, a few things do sometimes show up. You might start to hear different interpretations, as I noted, of the same goal or vision. You might uncover a lot of confusion around priorities. And sometimes you get the awkward silence or just silence, just somebody nodding or not saying anything. That does not mean agreement. Sometimes it does, but a lot of times it means they don't know, they are going to just be uncertain and not tell you, or they think they understand when they don't. So if you take anything away from today, do not assume that your team members are individually aligning to the goal or the vision. Create space for conversation. Ask the questions. Actually listen to those answers. Use those answers and use that insight to bring your team together and closer to the vision or the goals that you actually need to achieve. Once we're all aligned, then you will build something better together. For more tools on this tip, we have posted an extended Tip Thursday on our Circle community for our Inner Circle members. Try the Amplifying Leadership Circle community out for free today. Information and free trial links are available on our website. That's your Tip Thursday with Tara for this week. If you are looking to clarify leadership priorities, build stronger teams, or empower those around you, I'm here to help. Explore all our programs, coaching, and the Amplifying Leadership Circle community at amplifyingleadership.ca, because leadership is better when we do it together. Until next time, remember, leadership matters.